Imagine this: two groups of medical students are learning a life-or-death surgery. They study for the exact same amount of time, using the exact same materials. But a month later, when it's time to perform the actual surgery, one group absolutely dominates the other. They are significantly better, faster, and more accurate. Why? Because they made one tiny change in how they studied. Today, we're going to reveal the secret to their success, along with 3 scientifically proven study techniques that will completely change the way you learn. But first, to understand why these hacks work, we need to look inside your brain. When you learn something new, like a math formula or a new language, that memory is temporarily stored in a part of your brain called the hippocampus. Every time you review that information, you fire up those same exact neurons. This repeated firing strengthens the connections. Eventually, during sleep and rest, this knowledge is transferred into long-term storage in the neocortex. This is the ultimate goal. But the crazy part is, every time you try to remember that information later on, you actually physically pull it out of long-term storage, update it, and make it even stronger. So, how do we use this to our advantage? Technique number 1, active retrieval. Most students love rereading textbooks and highlighting notes. It feels good, right? But this creates a dangerous, false sense of competence. You only feel like you know it because the answer is sitting right in front of you. Instead, you must test yourself. Use flashcards, take quizzes, force your brain to actually pull the information out of your head. And if you make a mistake, don't panic. Racking your brain for an answer, even if you get it wrong, primes your brain to absorb the correct answer much faster when it's finally revealed. Technique number 2, interleaving. When you sit down to study, do you just focus on one subject for hours? Stop doing that. You need to mix multiple subjects into a single session. This is called interleaving. By constantly switching topics, you are forcing your brain to temporarily forget, and then retrieve information over and over again. This heavy lifting is exactly what builds bulletproof long-term memories. Technique number 3, spaced repetition. This is the secret behind those successful medical students. Both groups studied the exact same amount of time. But the losing group crammed all their training into a single day. The winning group spaced their training out over 4 weeks. Cramming might help you pass a test tomorrow, but that information will completely vanish next week. Why? Because your brain does its most important work while it's offline. You need sleep between your study sessions to physically transfer that knowledge into the neocortex. These 3 techniques, active retrieval, interleaving, and spaced repetition, work perfectly because they don't fight against your brain, they work exactly the way your brain was designed to learn. Which of these 3 techniques are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments. If you want to learn faster and build a stronger brain, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more science-backed hacks.